Hello, this is Ghostwriter 615, and I'd like to offer a solution to the Social Security problem because today I see where there were several people making mention of the Social Security problem. So my solution is, why don't you just return the money back that you stole out of the fund in the first place? Return the $1.7 trillion that Congress took out of the Social Security fund, and then reinvest that money in the stock market or Wall Street, and we'll continue making our payments, and that seems like that should solve the problem, okay? And while I'm talking about Wall Street, I'd like to mention that, do you know who and what were the first commodities on Wall Street? Slaves. And below Wall Street, the buildings and so forth, they have the dungeons where they used to keep the slaves. So you all know what I'm talking about. These congressmen keep talking about money running out, but you're the one that took the money out. So it's a real easy fix, okay? Just put it back. Okay. Now, moving on. My community, I'd like to talk directly to my community right now, in that we need to find a way to support one another. And I'm going to give you a small example of what I'm talking about. Sometimes you don't even realize it when you and others are suffering from self-hate. What we think is that we're the only ones that were meant to feel below human status, but there's nobody would treat you the way that we've been treated if they didn't hate themselves first. But they have banded together to conquer the world. And we can't band together to support people in such simple things like our communities. You know, we're not used to power, so therefore we don't know how to exercise it properly. And so even with just simple things like supporting people on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, you know, I would do it simply because they look like me. I mean, and if I didn't do it, and if I did not like what they were doing, I would do that now. Now, at one time, I didn't want to have too much to do with social media at all because I come from a different time. Sometimes I feel like I, belong in a different century. One that had a lot more morals and discipline and so forth. But I would like, and I'm going to stop asking people to like, share, and subscribe. What I'll do is just say the words, and you keep doing what you're doing, or you take into consideration what I'm talking about. The little bit of power that you have to like, share, or subscribe to somebody's channel can do a lot in the form of providing unity amongst ourselves. But if we can't even tell another brother or sister how you feel about some content, get off and push a button, that says a lot about our community and where our head's at and how we feel about ourselves. Because basically, we know sometimes how others feel about us, it's simply by the way they treat you. So that's what I had today, but I have something else in parting. And hopefully you'll you'll understand what I'm talking about. Who am I? I am the one you want to see only in the daylight, the one you fear on sight. Who am I? I am the one who drives sleep from you at night, hoping that your plans for us are all right. Who am I? I am the one with a devastating plight and the one you slight. Thinking to yourself, the Bible says it's all right. Who am I? That you take every vestige and memory of my heritage. Who am I? That you rewrite history and say you discovered lands you did not. All a part of your wicked plot. Who am I? The why you protect the lie. Thank you. And since we've already talked about sharing, and subscriptions, have a wonderful day. Ghostwriter 615.